I've got a couple lineups doing well. I've got some of the later game on the DraftKings. I've got some of the Padres. So we'll see how that shakes out. It's got a long ways to go, obviously, on the slate. But currently, I'm done with my time. Unfortunately, I played the Hunter Green, so I'm in fourth place. Probably going to end up in the top 10-ish around in the single entry, the 121. So hey, fourth out of 450 people, pretty good start over there. So hopefully I can make up some ground in one of my big buy-in, one of the walk-offs. I've got basically, unfortunately, I have too much of the Minnesota side, and hopefully they can get something going late. And got San Diego, so we'll see what happens with that, as well as Blake Snell in that lineup, and did have the McClanahan in there. So anyway, I'm not planning to play NBA tonight, but I thought I'd check in with you guys just in case you wanted to do anything. We've got the SaberSim projections up for the NBA. I honestly was going to put in the lineup, but I just can't, I don't want to sit around all night and wait for Jokic news, which is going to dictate the whole slate. So I just wanted to touch base with everybody. If anybody wants to jump on in and say hello, jump on in and say hello. I'm just going to hang around for a few minutes. Just sort of want to check in, see how you guys are doing. I've got some big mistakes in my golf lineup so far. A really bad start by Cam Davis. Just double bogeyed the first hole. So that's going to be tough. Very, very tough to know where this cut line is going to end up. Just with the way the weather's been, and some weather tomorrow too a little bit. So it's kind of a tricky one to keep track of here. So unfortunately, guys who are hurting me right now, like Ryan Palmer +2, still could make the cut. Actually, I looked good on some holes. Just had a couple of bad bogeys, a couple missed putts. Joseph Bramlett couldn't get anything going. Really ended at +1. Not a bad position. Just you'd like you guys to all be even or better. I'm extremely overweight Nick Taylor, so that's obviously really good. I have a ton of Matt Wallace as well, which is also feels pretty good. A lot of Dietrich. There's some good plays out there, and there's a lot of guys I have that haven't started yet, and it's going to be interesting to see what times they start and how much they're able to get in today, and just a lot of stuff to go. So I did have a lot of Aaron Rye. That's another nice one who's playing pretty well so far. Benny On, I've got a good amount of. I'm surprised how low owned he was. I know he just had a couple bad bogeys after getting to tie for the lead, but I think I feel good about him at -2, and then Kirk just getting started, Fowler just getting started. So we'll see how it turns out. Not the most fun golf tournament. We're waiting for next week for the really exciting one. I really can't wait for that. But if you guys want to talk NBA, it's pretty straightforward. The builds really hard to get different with ownership unless Jokic is out, and then you're going to have some options you can play. But I think it's legitimate questionable. Now, the fact that it's a national televised game makes me think maybe the information will come before lock at 7:30 Eastern. And I think that if he's going to rest one game of back-to-back, why wouldn't it be tomorrow? It seems like it would be logical that he'd play tonight. And as of right now, with them as a 5.5 point favorite against New Orleans, I don't know. That seems about right, I guess. It's pretty close. New Orleans in sort of desperation mode to win, obviously. They're in the 9 spot right now. And, would love to see if they can get into that 7-8 playing game. So I don't like these two gamers kind of suck, but I've had some good success with them in the past. So kind of maybe it is a little bit tempting to me to kind of put one in, but I don't have a play that stands out as being low owned and a cool play that I like. I think the closest thing I have to that would be if Robert Williams plays. I think that he's going to have ownership. Robert Williams, for some reason, Drew Holiday is getting no love here. And I know it's a back-to-back, and he put up 700 million points last night. But Drew Holiday and Brooke Lopez, those are certainly ways you could get a little different. Grayson Allen, you could shoot his way into a game. Christian Braun absolutely could shoot his way into a game, into having a nice night. So those are the low-owned guys that maybe you take some shots on. But there's not everybody's going to get a pretty appropriate ownership. There's no favorite plays everybody I'm looking at is going to be 30+% owned that I think is a reasonable play. And then there's some guys in the 10s that I think are, Trey Murphy can shoot his way into a game at 6K. But Holiday and Lopez, that certainly make a little bit of sense at what looks like it's going to be low ownership. I wouldn't mind that. Although, and I do expect that Middleton will be in tonight, but the price, I just can't get there. I think maybe you take a shot there. That's one weird way. He's been really good against Boston in the past, but 8,800 seems crazy. You also have Grant Williams questionable, so still don't know what to do with the Boston stuff, but I would just be looking for the thin plays. Another one you could use, even if assuming that everyone plays, no one's going to play Pat Connaughton. You can take a shot there. No one's going to play Bobby Portis. I don't think those are great plays, but it's just something you could do to get a little bit different on this slate. You also have Jay Crowder questionable tonight. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, it's just not an exciting enough slate for me. So if you have any questions or thoughts, drop them on in here. You guys want to just let me know how your golf lineups are doing, let me know. Rooting for everybody. It's really exciting to have baseball back. I feel like I can, after last night's NBA, I'm just letting it, I'm going to play some more slates, and of course I'll do my content, but I'm not going to play heavy, crazy, big, too often, just unless I like win something and just it's, I fell for the Reddish thing, which felt stupid. And then DSJ the night before getting announced out after lock, costing me 13,000. That was disappointing. And I'm just sort of like tilted a little bit with what's happened, even though it's been good to me overall in March. It certainly turned on me pretty harsh in the last couple of days. So taking a little breather from NBA for the night, heavy on baseball. Hopefully my guys can actually start hitting, and hopefully my golf guys can get it together a little bit. And I hope you guys are doing a little bit better than I am. I wouldn't, again, we don't know where that cut line is going to end up. It's just a really weird, the course is playing really weird today. And there's a lot of guys still left who haven't teed off. Like half of my lineups basically haven't teed off yet. Yeah. Corbin Burns, he killed some of mine too. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, man. That was a rough one. I felt the pain with you. And I didn't have enough Garrett Cole, but I did have, the McClanahan, obviously the chalk. Made sense. I was above the field on that. I also played a lot of, who else did I? Hunter Green kind of hurt me. He had 8 strikeouts, but he only pitched 3 2/3 because his pitch count got up too high. Looks like Cincinnati's done something offensively, so we'll see if that makes any bit of difference here. But anyway, yeah, it's been one of the, it's one of those opening days where just nothing. Baseball's hilarious because you sometimes look like you're the smartest guy in the world, sometimes you look like an idiot. Looks like I'm a little bit alive here, more than I thought maybe, because Buxton I used as a one-off. I used O'Neal Cruz as a one-off. Scherzer got the quality start and blew his lead, but they're up by 2 now, so hopefully he gets the win. I used him on FanDuel. Still not going to catch up with the top lineups, but I think I'm going to be able to maybe get back in it a little bit. We got a lot of time left for the Reds, and I got a nice 4-man stack of them. The Jason Vosler at 8% ownership. It feels good. Stevenson at only 10%. So these guys can get a couple things going and have, looks like it might be a profitable FanDuel MLB slate, at least for me. So that's where I'm at, guys. Not a whole lot to talk about. Like I said, if you want to pop in, I'll take a look in the premium channels all through the night, but I'm just not excited about it. It's just not my thing. I'm going to sit back and watch some golf. I was up all night getting ready for NBA after our live thing. I'm going to get for MLB. Caught up on a lot of knowledge and found out who everyone's playing for and all that stuff. And I am beat. I got up at 6 to get ready for the slate again after being up till 3. So I'm just dead. Hey, Matt Middle, no problem, man. I always want to pop in whenever I can. We're going to be doing that a little bit more, just spontaneous little pop-ins, check in how you're doing. We do have the Wednesday sweat shows, but we'll also get some sweat shows, just spontaneously as we feel it throughout the MLB season. I'll jump on here and talk with you guys if you feel like it. We can also talk in the Discord channel, which I'm going to be doing a little bit more of. The premium channels are really where it's at these days, and especially for NBA. But, for MLB, it's a little bit more straightforward, obviously, and it's going to take up a lot less of my time so I can work on improving the site. We have a whole revamp we're doing. It's going to look so much better, and everything is going to be much easier and cleaner to use. We've also got new tools. We've got other people like Rody's back doing his content again, so make sure to check out his stuff. He's obviously awesome at MLB. We've got Goldie's aggregate information. We are the only site that aggregates all the information and all the projections in the industry. And we are the only site offering that in the world. So I really think you should be with us. We also have a new deal we're going to do for new members where we're going to do a little thing that involves Stake Kings, which I'm excited about, but I don't want to talk about quite yet until we're ready to do it. Anyway, guys, we appreciate you all. I hope you all have a great day. Let me know if you need me in the Discord, and good luck tonight, everybody. Let's hope the MLB improves and hope the golf goes